Hello friends, today we saw the examples on trigonometric function from exercise 3.3. From this we take first example for principal value of the given. So from this we take first sub question as sine inverse 1 by 2. Sine inverse 1 by 2 is the sub question from question number 1 to find principal values. So according to their branches, according to branch of the corresponding function, we take that values lies in the particular interval. So for first value we take as sine inverse half. For this only we decide that value for the angle pi by 6, as we know that sine 30 is equal to 1 by 2, and by using this concept we find here corresponding principal value of sine inverse half. So we take first here for solution principal value branch for the function, for general function sine inverse x is close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So by using this branch we take here that value lies in between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So as we take sine inverse half is equal to x. So what this imply? X is equal to, here value of that function means trigonometric function sin x is equal to half. But this half be the value for the trigonometric ratio sine, and angle is pi by 6 means 30 degree, which lies in between this, and therefore that imply that x is equal to pi by 6, which belongs to the close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and therefore principal value of sine inverse half is pi by 6. There is single value for the inverse function as we take that corresponding. Now again here question is given from your exercise, you take that question. Second question is similar to that of, means given function is in the second sub question given that cosec inverse 2, but we can write this by using properties of inverse trigonometric function. This cosec inverse 2 can be written as sine inverse half, and by using above concept we solve or we find the principal value of that function. So this second equation gives same solution as in first question. Now from your exercise we take again one more question, that is third question is given for the function tan inverse of minus 1. That function is given for tan inverse of minus 1. So for this function again we take solution as the principal value branch for the inverse function tan inverse x. That branch value gives the interval, open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So by using this concept we take the value of inverse ratio for tangent. So as considering tan inverse of minus 1 is equal to x. So what this imply again here? Here we get that value. So tan x is equal to minus 1. Before this we know that the tangent ratio is negative. By using the concept as this minus 1 can be replaced by minus tan pi by 4, and by using concept of negative angle tan of minus tan pi by 4 is tan minus pi by 4. So we take that angle is nothing but x is equal to minus pi by 4, which belongs to the interval again open interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So therefore principal value of tan inverse minus 1 is minus pi by 4 for the given interval. So by using this concept we find here that values, and therefore here solution gives value is minus pi by 4. Again next question, see only here, as question is given in your textbook, that is sine inverse 1 by root 2. Next question is similar to that of, because tan inverse, here we same value find, that is for the question next tan inverse of minus root 3. By using same concept we can take that value of tangent ratio which is root 3 by negative concept. Using a third question we get that angle is negative, but root 3 be the value for tangent ratio having angle of measure 60 degree, means we take that is pi by 3, and therefore that pi by 3 angle have negative sign. So this is again lies in between this interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So some questions are equivalent to each other. So that question which is similar to that of third question. Now we take here again question as next. Fifth question is again given to you, that is sine inverse 1 by root 2. This is very easy question. Again same principal value branch, as we take sine inverse half is equal to sine inverse 1 by root 2 is equal to x. So that implies this value 1 by root 2 for the trigonometric ratio sine with the angle x. So sine x is equal to 1 by root 2, but this 1 by root 2 be the value for the sine ratio having angle pi by 4. For this angle pi by 4 we take that value is nothing but 1 by root 2, and therefore we take that value is equal to, therefore x is equal to pi by 4 which belongs to the closed interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and which is principal value of sine inverse 1 by root 2. Now next function is again given, that is cos inverse of minus r. So you may use here some properties. So that 6 number question is given to you as cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. Now to find solution of this we take here property, as that property for cosine of negative. So for cosine of negative angle we take that value using the concept as cos inverse of minus x is equal to that value is nothing but we get here that value pi minus cos inverse x. By using this concept we can find here that value as value of cos inverse half. So cos inverse of minus half is equal to pi minus cos inverse of half. Now for this function, as principal value branch to the function cos inverse, that is again in between 0 to pi. So we take that value principal value branch for the function cos inverse x that lies in between the interval 0, close interval 0 to pi, and therefore we take this value, means cosine ratio has value half for the angle of measure 60 degree, means pi by 3, and therefore we take cos inverse of minus half is equal to pi minus pi by 3, pi minus pi by 3. Now check out that value. So we take that value is nothing but 2 pi by 3 which belongs to the closed interval 0 to pi, and therefore cos inverse of minus half gives principal value 2 pi by 3, and that belongs to the interval 0 to pi. So as we take here the direct function without assuming its value as x, and therefore cos inverse minus half its principal value is 2 pi by 3. Now from your textbook, as you take that exercise from the question number second, that values are given, that questions are given on evaluation. So we take here question number 2 to evaluate some expressions. So here first question is given, very easy question, only you take standard value for this. First question is to find value of to evaluate the expression tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse half plus sine inverse half. Sine inverse half. Very easy question again that is. So only we take here for standard values of the given function. Now remember that before this, as you know that these are the standard value, means tangent ratio has one value for angle pi by 4. Cosine ratio has value 1 by 2 for the angle, as we know that angle is 60 degree. In previous example we take that. And sine inverse, again sine ratio has half value for the angle 30 degree, means pi by 6. So only as we know that value, we take their solution directly. So to find solution of this, for this case we take that value as consider by taking by principal value branch of tan inverse x, cos inverse x and sine inverse x. By consider these principal value branches of the function, and therefore we get here tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4 cos inverse of 1 by 2. You may find this value by using this concept as cos inverse. Replace this value half by cos pi by 3. You may take this concept again here. So cos of pi by 3 is again equal to half. And so by using properties of inverse trigonometric function, we take that value is cos inverse of cos x, that is only x, that is pi by 3. Again next value, that is sine inverse of half. So you may use again this, replace this half, sine inverse of, this half can be replaced by sine ratio with the angle of measure 30 degree, means we can write here pi by 6. Again that range for the sine function which lies in between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So here we take that value is pi by 6. Now therefore given means to find the value of the expression, so we consider here that expression as, tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse half plus sine inverse half. So that value, first value is pi by 4, second value is pi by 3, third value is pi by 6. So taking their common LCM with the multiple as 12. So LCM is 12. For 4 3s are 12, so we take pi 3s are here. 3 pi, 3 4s are 12, so we take here 4 pi. And here 6 2s are 12, so we take here pi 2s are 2 pi. So by taking addition of this, we take that addition is 3 plus 4 plus 2. That is, we take that addition is 9 pi by 12, and therefore that value is 3 pi by 4 after simplification. So we get required value of the expression tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse half plus sine inverse half is equal to 3 pi by 4. Means that inverse function has principal value according to measure of the angles that gives the corresponding branches of the inverse trigonometric function. Again we take next question. There are 4 questions from this exercise. We take here question third again here, that in third question, sub question, value to find value for tan inverse under root 3 minus sec inverse minus 2. Sec inverse minus 2. Tan inverse root 3, we take here direct value and using the properties of inverse trigonometric function. Now here to find solution for this, we take here direct. Consider this tan inverse under root 3 minus sec inverse minus 2. So with the help of values, as we take this value is equal to, you may use concept for this root 3 which is equal to tan pi by 3. As you know that tangent ratio for angle 60 degree has measure root 3. And by using the property of sec inverse of minus x, we get that value pi minus sec inverse of x. Means here we take sec inverse of root 2. But before this there is minus sign. So we take bracket for the second expression. So here by using the concept of inverse trigonometric function, tan inverse function which cancel with this circular function tangent, minus pi, and minus again sec inverse 2 for secant ratio to be the value, or you may take in reverse concept as cosine ratio has half a value for the angle of measure pi by 3, because we take cos pi by 3 is equal to half. In previous example we already considered this half is nothing but cos pi by 3, and therefore we take that value is nothing but here this minus pi, this minus minus becomes plus pi by 3. So as we take this addition, means this 2 pi by 3 minus pi, from this concept we take that value 2 times pi by 3 minus 2 times pi by 3 minus pi. So we get that value is minus pi by 3. As this 3 is multiplied to this, 2 pi minus 3 pi whole divided by 3 means we get that value is minus pi by 3. So that equation, that expression gives the value as minus pi by 3. Now we take here question number 4. Now for question number 4, we take here that solution as this question number 4 gives solution for the expression in next question only we take that values. That question is given only for prove that. Here fourth question again for given cosec inverse minus root 2 plus cot inverse root 3. But you know that again cosec inverse minus root 2 is minus cosec inverse root 2, and that cot inverse root 3 you take cotangent ratio with having value root 3. So for this we take angle pi by 6, and for cosec inverse root 2 we take again angle is pi by 4. So minus pi by 4 plus pi by 6 we get the required value minus pi by 12. Now here question third is given along with the prove that concept. From this we take one by one question. In the question number 4 given, question number 3 given that prove that. Very easy question again that. In the prove that section we take first question to find to prove that sine inverse 1 by root 2 minus 3 times sine inverse root 3 by 2 is equal to minus 3 times pi by 4. To prove this, so when we have to take proof for this, so consider LHS. Now LHS is only this value. Up to this we write that cos inverse sine inverse 1 by root 2 minus 3 times sine inverse root 3 by 2. Only we take that value by replacing. Once if you know the trigonometric ratio for standard value, as you know that sine pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2 and sine pi by 3 is equal to root 3 by 2. Once you know that value, then you can find that corresponding, means you get sine inverse root 3 by 2 and sine inverse 1 by root 2. So we use here that identity directly here, and therefore we take that value. So LHS is equal to sine inverse 1 by root 2 minus 3 times sine inverse root 3 by 2. So first value for the angle pi by 4 minus 3 times second value is pi by 3. Second value for the angle 3 times pi by 3. So simplification of this, as we get pi by 4 minus pi. These 3 cancel out, pi by 4 minus pi. So we get here pi minus 4 pi whole divided by 4, that is minus 3 pi by 4, and which is the right side of that expression. So without replacing this 1 by root 2 as sine pi by 4, we take here direct value by using values of the trigonometric function. Now here again second question is given. That second question gives to find the value of sine inverse, or means to prove that sine inverse minus 1 by 2 plus cos inverse minus root 3 by 2 is equal to cos inverse minus 1 by 2. So one by one we take that value. So here to take solution or for the proof, we consider here values of LHS. LHS is equal to sine inverse minus half plus cos inverse minus root 3 by 2. Now again here by taking the measurement of angles, we take sine inverse minus half, means before this we use the property for negative number of inverse trigonometric function. Sine inverse of minus x is minus of sine inverse x. So minus of sine inverse half. And cos inverse of minus root 3 by 3, root 3 by 2 is pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2. So these are the properties for first and second term. For first term we take negative sign comes out to the ratio, and for second we take its supplementary value, that is pi minus cos inverse root 3 by 2, and then one by one you take only that value. When sine ratio has half value, so for this we know that angle is 30 degree, means we can write here that angle is pi by 3. Now by using this value as pi by 3, 30 degree means we take here that is pi by 6. Sine 30 is equal to half. Now second value pi minus again cosine root 3 by 2. Cosine ratio has root 3 by 2 with the value for the angle again 30 degree, means we take that value is equal to pi by 6. So here that addition consider as this minus pi by 6, this minus pi by 6 means minus 2 pi by 6 plus here pi. Again simplification of this, as we get that value is minus of pi by 3 plus pi. Minus of pi by 3 plus pi. So difference of this as minus pi plus 3 pi whole divided by 3. Means we get that value 2 pi by 3. So this is about left side, means left hand side value. Now we take value on RHS. RHS is equal to cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. Use the property for cos inverse of minus x, which gives that value pi minus cos inverse of half. Cos inverse of half. Now simplify this. Pi minus cosine ratio has half value again for the angle of measure 60 degree. So we can write this value as nothing but pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3. So we get here again that is 3 pi minus pi upon 3. That is you get here that value 2 pi by 3. And therefore from this equation 1 and 2 we take here that values from 1 and 2 LHS equal to RHS. That means that result is proved. So like this way we prove all this value with the corresponding concept. Now in third question, this is again very important question because many times that can be asked in question paper, as that can be adjusted with the compound angle formulae of the sine ratio and cosine ratio. So we take that question. Question number 3 is given that prove that sine inverse 3 by 5, sine inverse 3 by pi plus cos inverse 12 by 13, which is equal to sine inverse 56 by 65. Very easy question or very important question, as we take that values for the corresponding inverse trigonometric function. But here that these values are not standard values. So we take here construction of right angle triangle by taking corresponding measure of the sides of right angle. With the help of this we take again measure of its hypotenuse. So to prove this result, for this we can assume that here consider for first value, that is sine inverse 3 by 5, that value is called as x. So we consider, means let sine inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x, and here we take that cos inverse 12 by 13 is equal to y. So left side of this expression becomes x and y. Again you may take this value maybe z. You may take again this third value, sine inverse 56 upon 65. That value may be z. So by using definition of inverse trigonometric function, we can take here sine x is equal to 3 by 5. Here cos y is equal to 12 by 13. And here sine z is equal to 56 by 65. Now with the help of this, we have to prove that this value is x, means x plus y equal to z. So from this question we take here to prove that x plus y is equal to z. This is our question. X plus y is equal to z. So how you prove this? For this we take construction of right angle triangle. And for this right angle triangle, suppose we take this is angle x, which is acute angle having measurement of its sine ratio, that is 3 by 5, means length of opposite side is 3. So length of hypotenuse is 5. So naturally its remaining side gives the measurement as 4, as we use the Pythagoras triplet. With the help of this, we have to find here value of cosine x, that is length of adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So we get here 4 by 5. Now for the second angle having measurement of y. So for this we take again preparation of right angle triangle with the basic angle, acute angle is y. For this right angle triangle, cosine y is equal to 12 by 13, means length of adjacent side is 12 and its hypotenuse has length 12. So by using Pythagoras triplet, so length of opposite side of this angle y is equal to 5, as 5, 12, 13 is one of the triplets. So with the help of this, we find here value of remaining ratio sine y, which is equal to length of opposite side upon hypotenuse, means we take that value is 5 by 13. Once you find measurement of the remaining ratio of for the given angles. Now to prove that x plus y equal to z, so we here consider the concept of compound angle x plus y with the ratio as sine, because we take right side is sine inverse. So consider sine of x plus y, as here again this middle sign is plus. So sine x plus y, that value is equal to sine x plus y, which is equal to sine x, that sine x into cos y plus cos x into sine y. Now only we take values of this sine x into cos y plus cos x into sine y. Put these values here, as we know that sine x is equal to here 3 by 5 and cos y is equal to 12 by 13 plus cos x is equal to 4 by 5 multiply by sine y, that is value is equal to 5 by 13. So we take here multiplication 3 by 5 into 12 by 13. So we cannot take here simplification, direct take multiplication. So 3 12s means 36 by 65, and for second multiplication 4 5s are 20 and denominator but 12 5s are 65. So we take this addition by the concept as, so that addition becomes here 36 upon 65 plus 20 upon 65. Now this addition for the number, as we take that addition, this sine of x plus y, that gives addition 36 plus 20 upon 65 with the LCM, as that LCM is 65, which is common to both expressions, and therefore we get that value 36 plus 20 upon 65. So that addition is nothing but 56 upon 65. So from given concept, as we assume that values as here 56 by 65 be the value of sine z, 56 by 65 be the value of sine z. So we take that value for the concept as this 56 by 65 be the value of sine z. So two sine functions only their angles are different but value is same. So what is imply here? X plus y is equal to z, means this sin x plus y is equal to sin z, and therefore x plus y equal to z. That means x is nothing but, in the step we take, x is nothing but sin, therefore sin inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 12 by 13, and that value for which z is equal to here, that value sin inverse 56 by 65. That result is here proved. So many times this type of question is asked in the question paper, because that ratios gives the value of compound angle for cosine or sine. So similar question is given in your exercise, that is fourth question, for cos inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 4 by 5. Only we take that identity for the same measure. Again, very easy questions that, because by using the property we may prove here. Example number 4, that is given to prove that cos inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 4 by 5 is equal to pi by 2. Before this, we know property from inverse trigonometric function as sin inverse x plus cos inverse x, which is equal to pi by 2. As last property, we take that inverse function sin and cos with the same number, that addition is pi by 2. So to prove this, for this we take solution as assumption for the function cos inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x. So what is implied? Cos x is equal to 3 by 5. Now for this we only take here triangle for the angle having measurement x, and which is the right angle triangle. So here cosine ratio gives that value length of adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So remaining side of this right angle triangle have length as 4. So in the same triangle, for the same angle, we can find here sine ratio. So this sin x is equal to 4 by 5. Now as we assume that cos inverse 3 by 5 is equal to x, with the help of this we can find here value of x. What this imply? This x is equal to sine inverse 4 by 5. So you can take comparison of this x with this x. This x is equal to cos inverse 3 by 5, and this x is equal to sine inverse 4 by 5. So we consider here LHS. LHS is cos inverse 3 by 5 plus cos inverse 4 by 5. Now this cos inverse 3 by 5 can be replaced by sine inverse 4 by 5, and plus this cos inverse 4 by 5, and use this property of inverse trigonometric function, we get that addition is equal to pi by 2, and therefore that pi by 2 is nothing but RHS of the given expression, which can be proved here. That value is proved here. Now in similar manner we take the prove the remaining from question number 5, 6, 7, 8. All these questions gives inverse trigonometric function for tangent ratio. Inverse trigonometric function for tangent ratio. So we use identity from tangent function. So here question number 5 is given. Here this question number is 4. Here question number 5 is given that to prove that tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 3 is equal to pi by 4. Tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 3, which is equal to pi by 4. So here question number 5, question number 6, both are similar. Only change is here. In question number 6, there is given 2 times tan inverse 1 by 3. So we may write that 2 times tan inverse 1 by 3 as tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 3. With the help of this we prove this, and therefore only we take the corresponding value. So for this here we take solution of this equation. LHS is equal to tan inverse 1 by 2 plus tan inverse 1 by 3. Use formula for tan inverse alpha plus tan inverse beta. What is tan inverse alpha plus tan inverse beta? Tan inverse alpha, or you may take tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Tan inverse of x plus y whole divided by 1 minus x into y, means 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. So simplification of this is nothing but tan inverse of, here denominator is 2 and 3, so we take here cross multiplication, 3 plus 2 and LCM is 6. For same case here, this 1 minus 1 by 6 means we take here 6 minus 1 and denominator is 6, 2 into 3. Now here simplification gives tan inverse of 3 plus 2 means 5 by 6, which is numerator. Again same denominator is 5 by 6 means 6 minus 1 is 5 and denominator is 6. So that gives the value by cancellation of denominator, or you may take both terms are same, so we get value is tan inverse 1, but tan inverse 1 is nothing but pi by 4 by using the concept of principal value, and therefore tan inverse 1 is equal to pi by 4. That is the right side of this equation, and therefore LHS is equal to RHS. With the help of this we proved here. In the question number 6 only we use the concept of 2 times tan inverse 1 by 3 is nothing but tan inverse 1 by 3 plus tan inverse 1 by 3. And same result here we can use. Instead of this 1 by 2 we can take here 1 by 3 and try to prove that value of the equation is tan inverse 3 by 4. Now we take here that question number 6 by using question number 5, but here question number 7 is given to you. Question number 7 is given for the value of theta which lies in between minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Tan inverse, very easy question, tan inverse of cos theta plus sin theta whole divided by cos theta minus sin theta, which is equal to pi by 4 plus theta, where theta belongs to the corresponding, means range is minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Okay, this is very easy question. Already we solved the example on this topic in the derivative, means derivative of inverse trigonometric function, because this is the result from 11th standard. As we take addition of cosine with sine and difference of cosine with sine, only that gives the result of tan, means we may adjust that result as 1 plus tan theta and 1 minus tan theta. Once you take that result for 1 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan theta, so that is the result for tangent angle, tangent ratio for the angle, as 1 can be replaced by tan pi by 4. So we try to adjust this result for tan of pi by 4 plus theta, and that tan cancel with this tan inverse, we get direct solution. So this is the example according to 11th standard syllabus from compound angle formula, means for this bracket, and only we can take property of inverse here. So here we consider LHS. Now you take that concept LHS, this value remains as it is. Now for this value, as we take tan inverse, so try to adjust this ratio as tangent. So for this we take division of numerator and denominator. Here for this bracket we take divide by cos theta, means we can divide, means all this term can be divided by the trigonometric ratio cosine. So cos theta upon cos theta 1, sin theta upon cos theta, you get that value is tan theta. Again cos theta upon cos theta is 1. Here numerator contains plus sign, denominator contains minus sign. This sin theta upon cos theta, again tan theta. Again this is standard ratio. You know this is the result for tan pi by 4 plus theta. So we may write this for adjustment as tan inverse of this 1 can be replaced by tan pi by 4 plus this tan theta as it is. Now for denominator this 1 always remains as it is. Only check here sign are different, here plus then here minus, and second term can be adjusted as a product of this numerator term. So we take this tan theta, from denominator tan theta, always coefficient is 1. So that 1 can be replaced by tan pi by 4. This is only adjustment to arrange the formula. And therefore we can take that result, tan pi by 4 plus tan theta upon 1 minus tan pi by 4 into tan theta. But this is the formula for tan pi by 4 plus theta, and therefore by cancellation of this tan ratio with tan inverse we get the corresponding answer. So for this we can write result as, so which is equal to here, tan inverse of tan of pi by 4, numerator contain plus sign, so we can write here plus. And by using property of inverse trigonometric function, this tan inverse ratio cancel with this tangent ratio, so we get value is pi by 4 plus theta, and which is right side. As these are the angle for tangent ratio, therefore theta belongs to the open interval minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Open interval minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. And last question from this, as we take to prove that tan inverse of numerator is 1 minus cos theta upon denominator is 1 plus cos theta, and that value is equal to theta by 2. Very easy question again. Here theta belongs to minus pi to pi. If this theta lies in between minus pi to pi, so this is range for cosine function along x-axis. So here we take here LHS. Very easy question. LHS is nothing but tan inverse under root of 1 minus cos theta upon 1 plus cos theta. Now here we take, as you know, result from cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is equal to cos square theta minus sin square theta. Second result 2 cos square theta minus 1, and third result 1 minus 2 sin square theta. So this is 1 minus cos. Instead of 2 theta we take here theta. Suppose this is theta. So 1 minus cos means this term is, this cos becomes negative here, and we can transfer 2 sin square theta to the left side. And for the same means in general we take here 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta, and 1 minus cos 2 theta is 2 times sin square theta. So by using this concept here, that under root terms are, instead of here angle is double 2 theta, so we take its half, angle is theta. Here angle is theta, so we take its value is half, 2 times sin square theta by 2. And here 2 times cos square theta by 2. Now that under root sine gives ratio, these two cancel. Under root of sin square theta by 2 upon cos square theta by 2, that is the value for tan square theta by 2. Here square and square root can be cancel out. This tan inverse of tan theta by 2. Again by properties of inverse trigonometric function for ratio tan, we get that value. Tan can be cancelled with tan inverse, means you get only angle is theta by 2, and that is the value to the right side if that theta belongs to the open interval minus pi to 5, means range along the x-axis at which we take the corresponding cosine function is defined. So by this way we solve all questions from the exercise of the trigonometric function, which is the last exercise of trigonometric function. So there are very easy questions, only you can solve these questions one by one and take identity from the angle, from the chapter T ratios of compound angle from 11th standard. So this topic or this chapter is over with the concept of this exercise 3.3. So thanks to all.